Hey there, I will begin this video by explaining what portals are and how they work, and further into the video I will be talking about the implications and paradoxes that arise from them. The portals from the video game Portal are created using a fictional device called the Aperture Science Handheld Portal Device, or Portal Gun. This sci-fi gadget defies the conventional boundaries as it establishes a connection between 2 points in space. You can think of it as a shortcut or wormholes that allow instant travel between locations. When a portal is placed on a flat surface, the player or an object can step through one portal and emerge from the other portal instantly, as if they had traversed the distance between them. The game Portal presents one more property, and that is the preservation of momentum. When a person or an object passes through a portal, they will leave the other portal with the same velocity and direction that they had when entering. In simpler words,
Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
all this leads to a popular paradox. What exactly happens when you have a stationary object on the ground and the portal moves at the object? Does the object leave the orange portal with the corresponding relative speed of the blue portal, or does the object simply fall out of the orange portal since the object itself didn't have speed before entering? Since these portals don't actually exist, the resolution of this paradox is subjective and can vary depending on how one interprets the mechanics and rules of the portals. But supposing the portals still obey the laws of physics, then the question is about relativity. What is the speed of the object entering the portal relative to? There are multiple possibilities, all with their arguments. Argument A: if the speed of the object that enters the portal is relative to the portal it exits, then the object will carry on the speed of the blue portal. Or option B: perhaps the object's speed is relative to the environment, in this case the floor, then the object will exit the second portal with zero velocity. In my opinion, the more natural answer is the first one, since it makes perfect sense once you look at this example of two moving portals placed at the two sides of a square. The object passes freely from one side of the square to the other. These two examples illustrate the difference of having one portal moving versus having both portals moving. Ask yourself this: if a stationary object would have to pass through a stationary portal, wouldn't the object get stuck or even crumpled trying to pass through the first portal? Since the video game doesn't really feature moving portals, we can know for sure the answer to this question. But when the game was modified in order to recreate this test, the object would simply not pass through the moving portal, showing us that the developers had the second more simple option in mind when programming the game, calculating the object's speed relative to its environment. After all, we shouldn't make a conclusion based only on the developers' visions. Portals don't exist, and that leaves us with room for interpretation and debate when exploring the possibilities portals come with. One more thing. A few years ago, NASA conducted a research project on portals which technically exist in space. These portals connect our Earth's magnetic field with the Sun's, creating an uninterrupted path from our planet to the Sun's atmosphere.